Suddenly, since the BJP came to a ruling position, the fourth pillar of democracy got hard hit. One can sense the drastic change that has happened over the years and what news is propagated daily. News channels like Aaj Tak, Republic Bharat, and many more have continually promoted hatred, demeaning opposition parties, and hailing BJP while not even questioning a single doubt. TV channels garner from advertisers and product sellers. It also affects the moral critical phenomenon of agenda-based television controlling public taste and views. The exaggerated sensation that some channels whipped up in the last few weeks shows the media's vital role in manipulating audiences in almost hypnotic control is very worrisome. It also revealed an extraordinary level of both toxicity and a dangerously unbalanced spirit and revenge. It is openly said that the current regime had been encouraging a highly supportive TV channel to divert public attention from more critical national issues. If we take a look at the TRPs, we find that these ratings are important mainly to those who pump money into commercial advertisements on TV as they need to ascertain who and how many are likely to be watching the various channels. As the Mumbai police alleges a TRP scam and names channels allegedly involved in it, it's useful to recall the last time such a big controversy broke out. TRPs are critical in evaluating audiences, members for channels and time slots. Let's take a look at these prominent news channels of India like Aaj Tak, TV9 Bharatvarsh, Republic TV Bharat, India Today, and many others. You might have noticed that they are always at the top in TRP. The pattern for almost all the news channels is the same. They broadcast a primetime debate every evening in which they raise an issue and debate on it in the presence of experts from various fields, and often leads to heated arguments between the panelists. If we look at the recent issues aired on these news channels, Aaj Tak shows with a title like Musalmanon ko kisne bhadkaya, Modi aur Musalman, Masoom haathon mein patthar kisne thamaya. In TV9, National Herald Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, Mil gaya dango ka mastermind. Congress politicians remark on PM Modi. In Republic TV Bharat, सवाल पर बसा क्यों, आग जनी पर उतरे कांग्रेस, यहाँ मिला है शिवलिंग. In India Today, the shows were mostly on Congress versus BJP. Apart from this, they have shows focusing on the ongoing, not so important issue and mostly related to violence, communal clashes, riots, and not to forget that somewhere they are indirectly instigated by these media and social media platforms. In general, every news channel repeatedly discusses and highlights the same issues that are disturbing and manipulating the viewers. Now, these were the recent issues that took place in last 1 month. Now, the actual national issues of India that these news channels could have focused on more would have been economy in danger, unemployment, health system, climate change, women's safety, not to forget the rise in rape case involving minors, and so on. In case, even if these important problems are discussed in these news channels, it is only for a limited time, or sometimes if it needs any political or high-profile involvement in it to make it newsworthy. The content of the show and the intent of the channel is of quite concern today. But the thing I am sure about is that every news channel is addicted. To TRP, and the race is to get the best TRP. What is actually TRP and how is it manipulated? Television rating point, in simple terms, represent how many people from which socio-economic categories watched which channels for how much time during a particular period. This could be for an hour, a day, or even a week. India follows the international standard of 1 minute. The data is usually made public every week. Last year, the Mumbai police busted a racket where 3 channels, Republic TV, Fakt Marathi, and Box Cinema, for manipulating TRP. It was named as TRP scam. TRP is a big deal for television channels as it is a key factor in deciding their revenue. The higher of channels TRP, the more advertisement it will get, subsequently increasing their revenue scale. The increase or decrease in the TRP of any program directly affects the income of that TV channel in which the program is coming. Now, how to calculate or check TRP? BARC has installed barometers in over 45,000 empaneled households. These households are classified into 12 categories under the new consumer classification system, the so-called NewSec, adopted by BARC in 2015 based on the education level of the main wage earner and the ownership of consumer durables from a list of 11 items ranging from an electricity connection to a car. Also, the identity of these houses are kept as a secret to avoid any manipulation. The panel chosen to capture TRPs are representatives of the country's population, and the methodology must be economically viable for the industry. This work has been assigned to an agency called the Hansa Research Group. Republic TV and the TRP scam. According to the investigation in the Republic TV TRP scam, former employee of the Hansa Research Group was bribed, who in turn identified the houses where the barometer was installed. The house members were given rupees 500 to 600 a month to keep this TV channel on for hours to boost TRP. Mumbai police also alleged that some houses were where people did not even understand the English language and even watching the English channel. Well, the scandal was eventually noticed by BARC and Hansa Group and complained to the police. After this, there have been many cases. Republic Bharat had crossed the line and changed the definition of media. Ever since its launch, Republic TV's debates have been consistently biased in favor of the Modi government and its policies as well as the ideology of the BJP. What's worse, these debates have rarely featured some of the most pressing issues that impacts Indians, such as the state of the economy, education or health. Instead, they have consisted mostly of attacks against the opposition as well as any groups or persons that oppose the ruling government's ideology. We have all seen the covering of actor Sushant Singh Rajput's suicide case, which was turned as a murder by Republic TV. Then some other debates to criticize the Congress or the Shiv Sena, two of the BJP's main opposition parties. Time and again, our TV debates have openly praised Modi's developments and the government policies. Such news channels and aggressive anchors who are supposed to declutter current affairs have instead become the self-appointed judge, jury, and executioners of trending issues. The media has a moral obligation to its viewers to report on matters that are actually important to them, to provide with information, opinions, to warn them of potential consequences, and to empower them to ask questions. This is especially problematic in India, where the middle class voter has spent years working during the day and then stretching in front of the television at night. Viewers can now watch these stations on their mobile phones as well, so the risk is even more. But the good news is not all media channels are bad. There are few news channels, media platforms like us that believe in bringing the actual story and the real issues of India and across the globe.